Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney may have lost her primary, but she's wasting no time on her mission to ensure Donald Trump never sits in the Oval Office again. She's launching a new organization with one goal: keep Trump from winning. Speaking of the presidency, Cheney might be setting herself up for a 2024 run.
Are you thinking about running for president?
That's a decision that I'm going to make in the coming months, Savannah. I'm not going to make any announcements here this morning, but it is something that I'm thinking about.
Joining me now is Matthew Dowd, MSNBC political contributor and analyst, and author of Revelations on the River. And Charlie Sykes, editor-at-large of The Bulwark and MSNBC contributor and columnist. Gentlemen, welcome to you this Sunday morning. So, Matthew, let's start with that clip we just heard. What do you think's going on with Liz right now? Is she weighing a serious thought of 2024? What does that presidential run even look like? Could she get through a Republican primary with the direction of the GOP headed the way it is?
Well, having worked with Liz in two different presidential campaigns, I know she approaches these things realistically and with a sense of logic. So she knows the numbers in the Republican primary. She knows why she lost that race in Wyoming. She knows how it unfolds nationally. I don't think she realistically thinks she could win the Republican presidential nomination. I don't think that's in her mind. But I do think what is in her mind is what she has stated is that she'll do anything possible to keep Trump from being in the Oval Office. If that means launching a campaign where she takes on Donald Trump day in and day out and the other Republicans who have facilitated and enabled him in the course of this, I think that's what she'll do. And I think it serves a grander, bigger purpose than just what happens in her politics. So I think she gets all that. She understands all that. And one thing I've said before about her, knowing her, not as well as others, but knowing her, she's not going to do anything that's going to help Donald Trump win the office. So people have talked about her running as an independent. If she thinks running as an independent is going to help Donald Trump in a campaign, she won't do it. Her whole goal is keep Trump out of the White House.
Yeah, and that goal, I think, Charlie, has some ancillary benefits, because when you look at Cheney's loss, along with the retirement of folks like Adam Kinzinger and other, center-right Republicans, who, have been out there pushing up against these extremists. That means going into this fall and maybe going forward, there's very little opposition to such extremism inside the party. With a large number of far-right candidates on the ballot in November, how concerned should the rest of us be? Because we know with the GOP, they don't give a rat's, they don't care. But how concerned should the rest of us be about what this says and what this may look like come January of next year?
Well, it's going to be ugly. We ought to be very, very concerned about it. And Liz Cheney, in many ways, is a symbol of how the Republican Party has gone off the rails. This is a party that is embracing Sarah Palin and Carrie Lake and Herschel Walker and casting her into outer darkness. But I agree with everything that Matthew said. Liz Cheney understands exactly what she is about right now. She knows why she was defeated. She understands the way the Republican primary electorate has changed in a rather visceral level, having just suffered that shellacking. So I don't think that she is running with any realistic chance of winning the primary, but that's okay, because she understands that even if this is a kamikaze mission and that it will end badly, it's going to be a hell of a ride along the way. And she is going to be a constant foil for both Donald Trump and the crazified right. I think it's going to be interesting when the RNC tries to kick her off the ballot, which they will do, when they deny her a chance to be on the debate stage, which they will do. Now, no disrespect, but when they did that to Joe Walsh and Bill Weld, didn't make much of a ripple. My guess is it's going to be more difficult, because this lady is not for turning. She is not going to go quietly into that good night. And also, she speaks to a very different constituency. It's one thing for the three of us to come on MSNBC and talk about the horrors of Donald Trump, but she is still standing up and saying, look, I am a conservative Republican with all of these credentials. I come at this from a different point of view, and she might move incrementally just enough numbers to make a fundamental difference.